Hello guys, welcome as we solve this problem. Guys, I read the question. So for z given z raised to 5 is equals to negative 32. And we have Demoivres theorem, which guys we are going to use to solve that. So guys, here we have our equation. Guys, this one, since this side is positive and this side is negative, guys, this one represents a complex number. And so therefore, guys, we are going to draw what we call an Anger diagram. Anger diagram. That is a way of representation of complex numbers. So guys, we have an Anger diagram here, where guys we can now draw x and y-axis. The x-axis represents the real part, and the y-axis represents the imaginary part. Guys, for us, we have the real part only, which is negative, and this now comes to this side of our axis, that is x-axis. This is now negative 32. So guys, for argument, then is from this point up to that point, and this is 180 or pi in terms of radians. Guys, now we come and we say, first of all, we have the argument is 180 or pi, and then the modulus. The modulus is the length of that line, of which is only positive. And so that one comes to, that is from this point, from the origin to that point, that is r equals to now 32. This now represents the modulus. Guys, now we now come to what we call the Demoivres theorem. The Demoivres theorem is what I'm going to represent now. Guys, if we have z equals to r theta, according to the Demoivres theorem, if we raise z to 5, this one now would give us r raised to 5 and 5 theta. Guys, that is now the Demoivres theorem. Guys, now we go back to the equation. The equation we have is z raised to 5 is now equal to, according to us now, is equal to r, which is 32, and 180 degrees. And so therefore, guys, now we go ahead and find z. For z, we have r and theta. So guys, now this is now going to be, this is equivalent to this, and therefore r raised to 5 equals to 32. And therefore we find the fifth root on this side and the fifth root on this side. So r now comes to 2. In other words, 2 raised to 5 will give us 32. So r is equals to 2. So the first thing, guys, now we come and say, the second thing is now the modulus. Here we have 180, here we have 5 theta. So we shall have 5 theta is equals to now 180. But remember, guys, we can go loud and loud. That point can be found by going loud again, and still loud again. And now we represent then that by what we call k. So we shall have k equals to 0. That gives us 5 theta equals to 180 plus 360. 360 represent going loud again from this point. If you go loud, you go 360. And the k is the number of times. So for the first time, k equals to 0, k is going to be 0. But now, guys, 5 theta will now be equal to 180. And therefore, theta is now going to be 36. That is, if we divide by 5 both sides, divide by 5, this now comes to 36 degrees. And therefore, our first solution, guys, is going to be r equals to 2, which remains the same throughout, theta equals to 36 degrees. So guys, that is our first solution. And the second solution is k equals to 1. So this is 5 theta equals to 180 plus 360, and here we have 1. So guys, this now comes to 540. And here we have 5 theta. We can divide by 5 and divide by 5 this side. So guys, theta comes now to 180. Sorry, 108 degrees. And therefore, r equals to 2 yet again. Theta equals to 108 degrees. So guys, still another solution. Guys, we come now to our third solution, which is k equals to 2. This now is represented is at point k equals to 2. That gives us 5 theta equals to 180 plus 360 multiplied by 2. Guys, that comes to 5 theta equals to 900. This comes to 900. And therefore, theta will now be equal to 180. So guys, for this is going to be r equals to 2, theta equals to 180 degrees. Then guys, we now come to K3. For K3, we write still 5 theta equals to 180 plus 360 multiplied by now 3. Guys, that gives us 5 theta equals to 1260. And therefore, theta equals to 252 degrees. And therefore, our results for that is r equals to 2, theta equals to 252 degrees. Guys, finally, guys, let's help me find k equals to 4. R we know it still remains as 2. What about theta? Guys, this is our last solution. This was our third solution, and this is now going to be our last solution. It's actually fourth and fifth, because this has 5 roots. So guys, what is our fifth root? Thank you guys for listening to me. Bye.